Call of Cthulhu is a horror role-playing game and may not be suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
You guys are in Melbourne, Australia.
Which my next task is to convince the captain for me to hire an extra crewmate. Who I will personally hire and use my own funds to pay him.
Well, let's say then, unless you guys want to do anything after Yvet runs off screaming after seeing a snake in the bush, want to do anything else, or head back to the ship?
I'm gonna go look for the photographer and talk to him about a potential hire that I might have for him to join the expedition if he so wishes.
All right. It's not difficult to find him. Melbourne's not a small city, but he seems to be more concerned about where interesting events might be occurring. So you can find him, yeah, without too much looking. Maybe spend an hour or so looking for him before you stumble upon him.
I meet up with him and I say, "Greetings, sir.
Oh, hello again.
I've been just thinking, and I realized your photography skills may prove essential for the maiden voyage into the Arctic. If you'd like, I might be able to convince the captain to let me hire you as a personal photojournalist for the expedition."
Oh, I mean,
And
I
I'd
don't know
even
if,
be willing to pay out of pocket to ensure that.
huh. Well, can't say that much is keeping me here in Melbourne. You already know I don't have a family to go back to, so that line's not going to work anymore. I might
And
be, I
above
might be
all,
interested. How much are you willing to pay? I mean,
would I have to make a credit rating roll?
make a credit rating roll, yes, please.
Success!
All right, yeah. So you convince him that you have the means to afford him. He's like, yeah,
And
I'd
and if
be interested.
anything, we could even bring it up with your tabloid office and say this could be the opportunity of a lifetime to take you from tabloid to full on news.
Oh, listen, I'm not the kind of reporter that actually tells the truth. Man, I like telling a good story now and then, and sometimes that's a little more not so true stories. I like my aliens. I like telling stories about you know,
Aliens?
people having illicit encounters. That sort of thing.
Interesting. Might have to talk about that later. But till then, let us go discuss with the captain and see if he'd be more than willing to allow me to hire you for the expedition. If anything, I'm more interested in learning photography from you personally.
All right. Sure.
We have
Lead the
to
way.
first, won't we have to first kind of convince the captain not to stop the expedition? From what we know, he is already in cahoots with the German guy.
Yeah, I think the captain's on the clear though. But I'm gonna go talk with the captain, see if he'll let me hire him. If anything, this is more to protect him than anything else. Because,
Okay.
he's good as dead if he stays in Melbourne.
All right, so you you make your way back to the Gabrielle. You have to take the little rail from the main part of Melbourne to the docks, but it's a short trip. And the Gabrielle is moored at one of the docks. There are people moving about on the ship and on the docks as the sun is sort of starting to dip closer to the horizon. You can climb up the gangplank and go speak to the captain who's on the bridge. He's got first mate Turlo with him.
Ahoy, Captain.
What can I do for you, sir?
I found someone who is actually a photographer who I believe would be a essential asset to the crew. Now I know that money is tight, which is why I offer to personally fund the photographer myself for the expedition out of my own pocket.
Oh, I'm sure Mr. Starkweather would like to talk to you about that one. But I mean, if this photographer has any skills sailing on the ocean, especially considering we're going to the Arctic, we're gonna need every hand we can.
And
He's welcome, as far as I'm concerned.
I will
But
bring it up with Starkweather then.
yeah, talk with him. Make sure he's
I
willing to deal with that.
I will head
Right
to
now, I've got
Starkweather.
All right, Starkweather is also not hard to find. He's also in that same part of the ship. He's looking over maps in one of the
Mr.
smaller conference
Starkweather?
rooms. Yes.
I found a photographer who I feel like might be an essential asset for photojournalism when it comes to documenting finds in the Arctic region. And I personally am willing to fund him out of my own pocket to ensure the success.
All right. Okay. So you want to hire somebody else for the expedition. You'll pay for it. Did you get the food and stuff that you guys were hired, into the city to get?
We found what we could, but it wasn't much. You know, thanks to the other maiden voyage.
Oh, Lexington. All
Yep.
right. Is this photographer that you want to hire any good?
He's really good. I've even seen some photos he's taken. He shows the non, you know, scary photos first. Don't want to show him the fucking lizards.
Yeah, some of his photos would even boggle up your mind.
All right. So first, I'm gonna have you make a sleight of hand roll to hide the photograph that is sanity breaking.
All right, give me a minute.
Any way to help by distracting whenever he's trying to show those, try to hide away those by.
Yeah.
Where are
So
you gonna
this is
do?
a very good
Distract?
explanation. Thank you
Show
for
him your
taking
pecs.
yeah, trying to just showboat him a bit, show my pecs, just so that his eyes don't linger on those photos.
Do I get a bonus die?
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, he doesn't even notice. Oh, hold on. Let me see if his Let me see, because I got his stats right here.
Oh God.
You notice.
Oh no. Oh,
It's
no.
on par. Par. Damn it.
He's looking at Frederick, but he's also sort of eyeing you, and he sees you take one of the pictures away and kind of stick it into a pocket where he can't see. Oh, what do you got there?
Let's say there were some unfortunate accidents on the shore recently. His relatives' place burnt to the ground, so it's kind of a difficult story, that one.
Oh, that's pretty
That's
difficult.
part
Okay.
that's part of the reason that I wanted to take him on the expedition, is because he's literally got nowhere else to go.
This didn't involve any of the crew or the expedition members, did it? Any of these
No,
accidents?
no, of
Okay.
course
no.
not.
Okay. All right. So he's gonna look at the other photos that you offer him, and he's gonna scan through.
In which he
He's
does
like,
notice
okay.
he took pictures of Lexington.
Oh yes. Her. You see his eyes are furrowed, and like he's concentrating. He's looking at the pictures. Who is she meeting with?
From my recent studies, we learned that they are Germans.
Germans.
Bit of private investigative work on my end.
All right. Does this photographer know anything about Acacia? What she's been doing, who she's been speaking with,
That's
where
actually
she is?
so far as I've heard, all he knows is that she stayed in Melbourne for 3 days. Then she left on the ship toward the Arctic.
Oh, she did. All right.
3 day.
Yeah. You can. If you're gonna pay for him, that's quite all right. I can allow that.
On the basis of the Arctic, we might want to consider hunting.
Hunting who?
Like hunting wildlife, like whatever we can find.
Okay. Yeah, you go and do that. The captain is under some sort of impression that we should just sail to Sydney and not continue on with the expedition as planned. And me and First Mate Turlo are trying to talk him out of it. Why don't you and the other children with you go see if you can get us some more food? Tomorrow morning, you're going to have to talk to the police. They want to know what everybody knows about the sabotage that happened.
I will do my best to inform them.
All right.
Anyway, time to go look for some more food.
All right. I'm going to call for a group luck roll. Since just the two of you, which of you has the worst luck?
Worst thing, I have 71.
Oh, boys.
Yeah, you would have the worst luck. It's still pretty
Yeah, so-
good, though.
Yeah,
It's
so make a
still
luck
pretty-
roll.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah!
Yeah, you
I found the supermarket.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna role play it, but I'm just gonna say that you find several animals You're able to hunt with the weapons that you're able to recover from the Gabrielle.
Yes.
In
obviously
between
not
his
enough to-
swollenness and my jack of trait strength.
Yeah,
Barehanded carrying deers.
you're not able to fully resupply as much food as has been lost, but you're confident you've got enough to last for a good amount of time, as long as nothing happens to the food, because there's nowhere else
I
to
will.
stop.
Yeah, while we're collecting this food, I'll ask this: do we want to separate some of this food and hide it away so that any future saboteurs don't kill off all the stock?
You know, that's not a bad idea. We'd have to find a cold place, though.
There's only the one cold area on the ship.
That doesn't really help out then. Like once we get to
Yeah,
Arctic,
so,
we'll have a lot of cold place.
Yeah, all of the animal meat that you just hunted needs to be in cold storage.
Yeah,
Or
we're gonna
or
have
it's
to
gonna
keep
rot.
24-hour surveillance on that for sure.
So I'm just gonna go to the next morning, unless you guys want to do anything else.
I imagine that what we were hunting was water buffaloes.
Yeah, local fauna that's not aggressive, so it was more just kill it and go. You didn't hunt anything that could fight back. You didn't hunt anything nearly extinct. Just
I mean, water
local animals.
buffalo will fight back if aggressed, but that is still a lot of meat, though, and it's
Yeah.
basically beef.
Yeah.
Basically beef.
So
But hey, look at it this way: I can get a water buffalo mount. Dee
all right, so you guys head back to the Gabrielle. It's dark. There are lights on. And as you approach the ship, you hear Starkweather yelling that he wants to set sail as soon as possible, and he doesn't want to hear another word from the captain about going to Sydney. That he is paying for the captain to go on the expedition as he agreed.
As I just like walk up like swole brothers as we're carrying all this meat that's fresh.
You had to hire some people to help you bring the food. There's no way just the two of you guys can carry it.
That
Yeah,
is
that's
also
true.
Like just like a laborer and like a nickel to help bring everything from one side of Melbourne to the other. That sort of thing. But yeah, you can definitely see the lights are on in the bridge. Starkweather, Moore, Turlow, and the captain, whose name I keep forgetting, are in there, and Starkweather is arms are waving in the air. He's yelling. Moore is kind of stepped back. Looks like he's a little nervous. Turlow, arms folded, is serious, and the captain just standing there shocked that he's being yelled at. And Moore sees you walking, getting onto the ship. He comes out, sees all the food that you managed to bring. Happy that you did it. But again, reiterates that once the food is all stored away, go to bed. Was in the morning, the police want to begin all the interviews, interviewing everybody in the expedition.
I head back to my room, probably take my hire there as well. And then I'm going to like take out my journal and write in it.
All right.
While we could hear their conversation, could we gauge how the conversation was going? Was it coming to a conclusion, or it's still iffy if the ship would depart or not?
It sounds like it's probably going to be ending sooner rather than later.
Okay.
Make. I want to have you make a roll. Let's see. Just make an intelligence roll.
Intelligence. Okay.
Yep.
Gotta get the smart.
Okay.
He's
All right,
using
so,
big brain. Use your noodle,
yeah.
Frederick. Use your noodle. Use your.
Yes,
So
brain is
from
also muscle.
what you noticed, you would gather, you're under the impression that Starkweather was being very aggressive in his demands, but Turlo was also encouraging the captain to continue on with the expedition, while Moore was
Okay.
more of an observer than a participant.
Okay. If just remind me this one thing: was Trollo the one who was we are sure is a problem, or was it the captain? I keep mixing those
You
two.
know
Right.
that Norman believes that Turlo is not quite human.
Oh, it's Norman who believes that. Got it. Got it.
It was Turlo that had come to investigate what had happened to the doctor.
Okay. Okay. That
I
sets the
still need
facts,
to
right?
figure out exactly what he is. That's why the photographer's skills are going to be essential.
That's a smart plan. Okay. After getting to know this, how the conversation is leading up to, I'll go back to my room, take a few reps in of the day, and this rest.
All right. So, rest of the night passes. No interruptions from the town, which does seem a little lively at night. There are people drinking, there are people singing, but it's all drowned out by distance and the wooden walls of the Gabrielle. The next morning, you guys are summoned to the local police department. I'm going to ask you what the saboteur did on the Gabrielle.
We give him a description of everything that happened on the Gabriel, our investigation as to, what led to all of this happening, what his motives were, is that someone was paying him to do this.
And the police ask you if you know who paid him. You have a name, anything like that.
We don't have a name.
All right.
We do have handwriting, though, which I turn over.
Okay. He definitely takes it, looks at what you give him.
Why is my edit mode switching on itself?
Oh, because you're paying for the photographer to join the crew. So I was lowering your credit rating.
Oh, that makes sense now.
That's why I had started editing your character sheet.
I'll make that money back somehow.
The police, they're grateful, for any help you offer. They do tell you that the saboteur, what's his name? Mr. Henning has not spoken. But it will probably be a few months before he'll actually see a judge. actually go to trial.
He's going to stay in Melbourne for those 2 months, or be sent back?
No, he'll stay in Melbourne. At least for the time being.
I see.
So it's going to have been a few days in port as everything is restocked. They had to get more dogs. Where are all these?
Yeah, get a couple
And
of blue healers and
yeah, so Gabriel doesn't depart again until October 18th. Plenty of time for you guys to just hang around the city.
probably go
plenty
in
of
and
time.
shoot up a big old German place with a big old giant lizard.
There are
Give
no
me more of
signs
that blood.
of there are no signs of Germans of any kind.
Oh, damn it, they left.
And that warehouse that you went into is empty. No sign of whoever or whatever was there.
I'll get me
but
more of that blood later.
The photographer, Thomas, does take photographs of the ship, the people on the ship, and he does take a picture of Thomas, of mate Turlo. If you wanted to see that.
We're gonna need to develop the photos later. I pull the photographer to the side. Just between you and me, there were a few photos that I hid. I don't know if you would be able to handle what's in those photos. Which is why I want to talk with you about your aliens thing.
Oh, my. All those stories I tell? Listen. I don't know what your life is like, but those are all just make-believe. People say
How
they
much
hear
do you
strange
think it's
noises out in
make-believe?
the outback. What?
How much do you think it's make-believe?
Oh, entirely. None of this can be real. I mean, giant bats? I mean, I've seen some pretty big bats, but a bat with 3 eyes doesn't make sense. And people come up with all this weird stuff they see out in the outback. You know, animals that don't look right, animals that make sounds that are not natural. So I just put a little spin on it saying that they're aliens and they're doing experiments. You know, people buy newspapers. What can I say? It's what happens.
There's more to the photographs than you realize.
Listen,
One of the photos you took, the developer of the photo went insane.
Okay.
So I had to help, relieve her of that memory.
Okay.
I can tell you that the photo you did catch, if you were to somehow get it into the mainstream news, it would literally blow the whole world's proportion of what they deem real out of the wall.
Listen. Anything that I take a picture of is going to show up in a tabloid. Some people are going to think it's real. Some people are going to think it's fake. It's not going to matter. And the whole world, you're giving me a lot of credit. you think that my photographs are making it around the world. If my photographs are making it out of Australia, I'd be surprised.
Do you
I mean,
drink,
with that
sir?
confidence you want.
If I might ask.
Yeah, I drink.
I give him a bottle and I say, drink only when necessary, as I take him into my office, and I go into my journal and take out the 2 photographs that came from his camera. What you're about to see is going to change everything. So prepare yourself. As I hand him the photo, the first one of Lexington talking with the German, as he sees the German was more than he seemed to be.
Okay.
This is why your family's shop was burnt to the ground. They were after
think
your photos.
photos? What's so special about my photos?
It's not the photos themselves, it's what was in the photos that you captured.
Oh, okay.
It seems these things, when you take pictures of them, it temporarily sees past their facade.
Okay.
And this
Um,
one is of the warehouse that you took a picture of. And this one's going to be a bad one. Places it down.
all right, so he looks at it. So see what looks to be a businessman of some kind, maybe European, German, possibly. And what is that? A smudge of some kind? And he's gonna look at it. Huh. Well, that's interesting.
You
I
seem to be handling it a lot better than most people. That is a very, very powerful trait.
it's a listen. I'm not gonna criticize you too much, but I hope you didn't pay a lot to have these developed, because whoever did a really terrible job. I mean, look at this. I'd almost say it was like a double negative with a picture of a snake, but I don't know. I mean, that just looks terrible. Like use some bad
Look
chemicals. I don't know.
like it's something that doesn't belong.
Oh yeah, obviously it doesn't belong in the picture. This picture, whoever developed this picture made a mistake.
Norman takes out his journal and he opens a page that has a sample of scales that look similar to the creature in the photo.
Those are some pretty big scales. Uh, what? What about them? There's scales.
Those scales belong to the same thing in the photo. Or at least the thing that was its mate.
Listen, he looks at that bottle of alcohol and hands it to you. Maybe you need more of this than I do, because there's nothing in this picture. And those scales, listen, this is a little bit of a stretch, saying that that blurry double negative picture is somehow related to those fish scales. Maybe snake. I don't know. Not really my thing.
If I had to assume, it's more reptilian than anything.
Oh,
Or at least
reptilian.
that's my
Okay.
best guess.
So you lean towards snake, maybe
That's actually
crocodile stew? I don't know. I mean,
that's really hard to pinpoint as to the nature of it. What I do know is that it isn't normal per se. So understand my line of work is defending against these sort of things.
okay. Um,
Which is why I hired you, because your photography is the most essential tool to detecting them.
yeah. Well, listen. Thank you for your time. I appreciate the offer of a job, but I don't know if this is really the right place for me anymore.
I can understand that.
I'm gonna go now. I can probably still make it to shore if I swim. So appreciated, you know, job offer, the money, always nice thing. You can keep the camera, but I think I'm gonna be done here.
I think
He
he
starts
went
backing out
insane,
of the
didn't
room.
he?
No, he has not lost any sanity from what he started with.
What is
Oh,
his
wow.
sanity? I'm curious now.
His sanity is 45.
Wow.
He rolled an 8. You showed him the picture.
Damn.
He
That's
truly does
he's
not
given.
believe you.
In that case, can I make him forget? Hypnosis?
Yeah, of course. Okay. And yeah, so
It feels X-Men version of nebulizer. Okay, you didn't see nothing. Let's keep working.
It's a nebulizer. Pew!
oh, he kind of like squeezes his head a little bit. Yeah, Moore said something about setting up a dark room once we land.
Yes, of
It was
course.
appreciated, but you guys have I've seen what you guys have. I mean, a lot of field cameras, trail cameras, all that sort of stuff. That's going to be good. It's going to be useful.
Yeah,
So,
the saboteur almost saw to it that it was all destroyed. Luckily, we stopped him just in time.
yeah, well, that is good. Listen, a little hungry. I'm gonna go get some food. Yeah, just hold on to my camera for me.
Needless to say, steak is on the menu now, after all that water buffalo we hauled in.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. He takes the bottle of alcohol back from you, starts whistling as he walks away.
Norman just like waits till he's out of earshot and says to Frederick, "Sucker."
He just asked back, is this always how new recruits tend to be?
Not always. Usually most of them go insane and I have to give them an alt delete on their mind membrane.
He for a second looks you straight in the eye like, you haven't done that to me, have you?
Nope, not yet. If I did, I would be forefront about it.
Okay, I'll
I
believe
only
you.
I only remove it if they can't handle it, so to say.
All
And I still
right.
do remember this lizard doctor, so I
If
can sort of believe.
if anything, in my personal belief on it, it's a lot more humane than anything you could get at an asylum. Prove me wrong.
Not been to an asylum till now, but it's sort of, yeah, it does work.
All right. So October 19th. It's a little bit windier. The wind is nice and warm, but the Gabrielle is rocking a little bit more as the waves pick up.
Oh boy.
You guys
The
find
waves
yourself,
going.
you guys find yourself on the deck of the ship. It's, the waves are rising a little bit, but the Gabrielle isn't being impeded at all. And as you're standing there, Norman, you see somebody approaching you that you recognize. You haven't spoken to a lot since. It's Alva's uncle, Mills.
Hello, Mills.
Hello, Mr. Parsons. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Just recently hired a stellar photographer that I feel like is going to be a huge asset to the
Oh,
expedition.
oh, that's good to hear. I gotta ask you a question, and don't take this the wrong way. Have you seen my niece? I swear I saw somebody walking around the ship who looks a little bit like her if she was a little scuffed up wearing boys' clothes. But I thought I'd ask since you seem to know a lot of the younger crew members.
You suspect that your niece is in disguise?
I don't know. I mean, this really isn't her scene, but just thought I'd ask. That was just her birthday, and maybe that's
Let's
got me
let's
thinking about
say
her. But
perchance that she did disguise herself and board the ship. Why would she?
I don't know. Maybe she's got a little bit of adventure in her. Maybe or her father's spirit got a lot of that kind of sort of the nature in the family. They'll get an attitude, but it's silly to think that she's here. I know she's not here, but
I'll look into it and
I
try to
I
see if I
I
can get
can't
an
help
identity.
but remember you saying that you met some girl with the same name as her back in New York. It's like that's a coincidence. I mean, that's a very
I
unique
mean,
name.
it would be a crazy coincidence.
It would be.
Too crazy.
Too crazy.
I'll look into it.
All right, you do that.
Besides, I have my ways of deductive reasoning.
Well, thank you, Mr. Parsons. I do appreciate it. Nice. And he walks away.
Oh, one more thing.
Yes?
um, I recently restocked the ship. It's not to replenish all that was lost, but meat's back on the menu. Water buffalo specifically.
Oh, okay.
Just thought I'd give you a heads up.
Oh, I I am appreciative that you and the some of your crew members have taken an initiative to supply us. Because listen, once we get down there, there's no little corner store where we can go get food if we need it.
I know. It's find what you can eat and then you live off of it.
Exactly. Oh,
Even if it's the cutest of sea lions, you still have to kill it. You still have to
by the way, the weather's going to probably be taking a turn for the worst in the next few days. Just be careful. Maybe try to stick below deck unless you really need to come up here.
I do my
When you're
utmost
cold.
best in even the worst conditions.
All right. All right. Yeah, let me know if you find out anything. And he
I will.
walks away.
I'm gonna have to text the player for Alva and let them know if they intend to reveal themselves soon because it feels wrong to lie.
Yeah.
It
Well, I
feels
don't want to make that decision for the player when they're not here. It's sort of the same thing as killing a player when they're not around to roll a dice to defend themselves.
Yeah, that's why I
They
feel
sort of
so
feel
damn
wrong for it.
conflicted. That's why I'm avoiding it. Anyway.
All right. So the next day is October 20th. The weather has definitely taken a turn for the worse, and it's much colder. There isn't ice forming yet, but you can definitely start seeing your breath when you breathe. And the sea is swelling more. So now there's a little bit of spray coming onto the deck of the ship. Even staying below deck by your bunks, it's uncomfortable. It's still cold, and the ship is rocking
Gonna have
almost
to drink a
noticeably.
little bit of whiskey to keep warm. Walk for the laddie-o, walk for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar.
All right. Let's see. I see. So the Gabrielle, over the next few days, the weather switches back and forth from relatively calm to worse for the wear. The Gabrielle changes its direction to move with the wind, and then against the wind to stay on course. There is the first mention of ice on October 25th.
Oh god,
When
it's the Titanic all over again.
when the fog that has been building steadily for the past couple of days is getting thicker. The first iceberg actually appears on the afternoon of the 25th, and the sea is getting extremely rough. Storms are feared by many of the crew. Even meteorologist Willard Griffith says that there's a high likelihood of storms. And I need you guys to both make dexterity rolls.
Ooh, okay, that's very low. Oh wow. Mine is not that very good. Let's see. No.
Oh god, yours is bad. Oh god.
Wow, that is a bad dex.
But that's a very bad
Okay.
That's
guess, yes.
rough, mate. That's rough, man.
So you are both tossed by the rough seas as the Gabrielle lists to the side. Norman, you are thrown from your bunk. You manage to grab hold relatively quickly and keep yourself from falling too far.
Is there a way I
Frederick.
can keep Frederick from getting bad?
Um,
Try to strength grab him.
Norman,
Can
you can
someone say the
roll a
captain to go
strength
slow?
roll.
Strength roll. Okay, that is a bit more on my side.
All right. So, Norman, with your success, you're going to give Frederick an advantage, a bonus die on his next roll, which is he's going to have to roll climb to grab hold of a passing bunk post and hold on to it. So make a climb roll
Climb.
with
Okay.
a climb and roll your bonus.
Hold on, Frederick. Hold on.
Okay. Climb a bit better. Let's see. Oh yeah.
Climb's good, yeah. You just you can roll the bonus. No, you can't do any better than that. So you basically
Could
you
get a
grab hold
critical.
of there's no way to get a critical off that roll. You grab hold of the passing bunk pole as Gabrielle violently shifts. You would know that if you missed, it would have been bad for you. You would have been hurt.
Oof. We should let the captain know that he can go slow.
There ain't no speed maintenance when it comes to the high seas, matey.
Are you trying to stay below deck, or do you want to actually try to get to the bridge where the captain is?
I mean, I don't think saying this would make much sense because this is first voyage, so he's just thinking it's like cars, right? We are going too fast, that's why we're getting bumpy.
Yeah, I mean it's walking is difficult, it's unsteady. The ship hasn't gone so far to the point where it's going to capsize. But it's going back and forth, making walking unsteady, climbing the steps requires you definitely have to hold on to the railing as you climb up the steps.
By the way, do I recover any magic points?
Did you use magic?
No. I mean, I had some magic point lost from that lizard.
Oh, then yeah, you would have recovered it. It's been
Yeah.
it's been weeks at this point. You would have recovered it.
My power. My power.
So are you gonna go talk to the captain now?
Yeah, I would like to go and ask the captain about the situation. Like, if since I'm not used to much this situation, I wanted to ask if the weather and the high seas is gonna keep being rough for the time being.
I think I'll go with Frederick just to ensure nothing bad happens.
Okay. All right.
Hi, Captain.
As you get onto deck, you hear some of the strapped down supplies screaming against their straps. You know, they want to break free, but
Oh.
they can't do much. You see Starkweather at the edge of the deck. He's got his head all over the side and he's throwing up into the ocean.
Is that the seasickness, Mr. Starkweather?
He can't even respond to you. He's just constantly whatever he's eaten over the past few days just coming back out. I need you both to make strength checks to hold on to things as
Oh,
you're
no.
making your way across the open deck. Yeah.
Hold on, Frederick.
Also has to
Hold
do it.
on. Hold on, Frederick.
Yeah, meaning I don't miss my arm days. So.
Yeah, you don't miss your arm days. Yeah, so it's slow going, but you're able to, there are crates and stuff. There are some barrels that are tied down that you use to help hold on as you sort of make your way across the deck. There are some lights lit, but most of it is not. It's dark out. You can see lightning in the distance.
So
And the
lightning and
door to the bridge is swinging open. And it clangs every once in a while as it swings shut and back open and shut.
Come on, we can still make it.
It's just few feet away. We can do it.
Make a luck roll, both of you.
Luck.
It all comes down to luck eventually.
Oh boy, that is.
All right. Norman, you reach the door, the porthole to the bridge, and you pull yourself in. Frederick, just as you're grabbing onto the porthole door, the door swings shut right on your hands,
Ouch.
and you recoil in pain. It doesn't cause any actual damage to you, but you're not holding onto anything.
Oh no.
You need to make another dex roll.
That's not good. Okay,
I'll use my great strength in order to keep him from falling off.
Ooh.
You might want to
Okay.
spend luck.
Yeah, I might just spend luck there because I don't. How much would that be? 9
Listen,
plus
you're
5?
gonna want to spend luck. If
That would
if there's a point to spend it, now is the time to spend it.
That would be about 14 luck you'd have to spend.
I'll remember those last leg day that I had before I even started this journey and just like clutched and just push it through with spending what 9 plus 14 points.
Yeah, so minus 14 points, but that'll make a succeeding on it. And you are not swept overboard.
Oh boy, that bad.
Yes, that bad. Like I said, you wanted to spend luck here if you needed to.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense.
You're able to grab hold of a strap, holding on some piece of something that's crated up, and use it to support yourself as you pull yourself back to your feet, make your way to the open hatch. And Norman takes hold of your hand and helps pull you in.
Look at Norman and say,
Before the
I
door
think
swings
next
shut
time
again.
we'll just stay inside our rooms. Not touch this.
We're just gonna be calling ourselves Norman and Frederick. Be the greatest detectives.
All right, so you get in over to the bridge, and the captain is there struggling with the wheel to keep the Gabrielle on course, while Turlo is looking, has binoculars, and he's trying to make sure that there's nothing in the path. So there's no icebergs, there's no other signs of ships, nothing. and they're shouting back and forth to each other as you stumble into the room. And Cholo is the one who sees you and goes, "What do you want? You shouldn't be up here. Not safe."
Hi, captains and vice captain. We first met. We just came here in case, just to see what the situation is, and if you guys would require some help in this situation.
Well, unless you know how to pilot one of a ship this size, just stay out of the way. Weather's is bad, not safe. Go back to your bunks. And right as he says that, you hear something, not a full-on explosion from below deck, but something large
Oh no!
crashing through a wall. It's so loud you don't even have to make a listen roll for it.
Oh no! Does the captain look as panicked as it's
Should
he
I
should
do
be?
Oh, yeah.
idea roll to see where the sound may have come from?
Yes, you can make an intelligence roll to see if you can guess.
Nice.
You would suppose that sound came from where the planes are stored.
Oh god, that came from where the planes are stored. Run, Frederick, run! We gotta find the source and stop it.
Okay. Can we even stop it?
I'm sure between our pecs we can manage. Fed.
Like, Titanic wouldn't have sunk if I was there. That's what you're trying to.
All right. So as you guys run out, you need to make more dex checks.
Oh no!
You'll have to succeed. You'll have to succeed on 2 dexterity rolls each. Make it from the bridge back to the door leading below deck.
Is there any means where I can keep holding onto something so that I avoid using my legs?
I mean, alternatively, you could just hold on to Norman. He can pull you.
I'll say that if you hold hands and make your way to the door together, you only have to make 1 dex roll each. It'll be easier.
That's good.
Okay.
It's funny how I got
yeah.
the exact same roll for dex checks.
That is also true. So I have to roll just once.
Just once, yep.
Okay, I still don't like my odds, but okay.
Oh,
boy. Oh boy.
no. No.
It's not, you're not gonna fall necessarily. It just takes a little
Okay.
bit more effort. And with Norman's hard success, he's gonna able to sort of help you. It takes you quite a while to get across the deck to the point where you are hit with so much water and it's so unstable. Frederick, you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
I also have to make a roll for that because I'm, holding his hand.
No, I'm not going to make you roll a con roll.
For a saving throw, it's same as the Constitution, right? I don't have to change anything.
Constitution's at the top of the sheet.
Yeah, it's right between strength and size. Which I imagine you should be pretty stable on that. Hopefully.
Nope.
Bruh. Bruh.
All right. Now, Frederick, you're going to throw up.
Oh god.
Make a luck roll. If you succeed, you do not throw up on Norman. If you fail,
Okay.
you're going to throw up on Norman.
So you louse this up.
Okay, this is where I have to make good on my promise. Yes, I throw up somewhere else.
You managed to turn your head at the last moment and you throw up elsewhere on the deck, the opposite direction that you're going. It
We'll
tastes
just say it was
horrible.
not me. Oh,
It was
You're-
not me.
You're feeling a little woozy from it. But Norman is able to help you get inside.
okay.
Where
Don't worry, all the seawater's gonna clean off that projectile vomit.
Again, inside it's still unstable, still cold, but there's no water. And it's easy enough to find things to support yourself. Whether it be against the wall, a bulkhead, another person in these narrow corridors. It's easy enough to maneuver. Are you heading towards where the planes are kept? Is that
Yep,
where you were going?
we're going towards the plains, boys. Yeah.
Okay. So the planes are kept in the number 2 hold. When you approach it, the door is sealed. All the doors have been locked shut ever since the sabotage. So the door is kind of still sealed, but you hear something inside slamming against other things. You hear metal. You hear fabric tearing. You hear wood snapping.
We need to open the door. Who's got the keys?
Don't
The
you say?
person with the keys. I'm gonna say make a luck roll to see if the door is actually locked or not, or if you have to go and get the keys from somebody. All right,
Yes,
yeah,
I forgot it.
just wanted luck from one of you. The door was not locked. The lock had snapped. It wasn't a great lock to begin with.
I just like open the door.
Whatever was inside, banging against the door enough to break it.
All right, time to go in and stop whatever's making that noise.
All right, you managed to slide the door open just enough to slip inside. You see in the dark hold, the planes, when they were loaded onto the Gabrielle, were sort of disassembled into the larger parts. So, like, there's the fuselage, there are the wings, there are the engines, there are the tires. 2 of the 4 engines that were in there have broken loose and are tumbling around.
So we're gonna have to use our strength to stop them.
It appears that at least one of the wings has been crushed,
Damn it.
and the fuselage on the nearest of the Boeing planes is dented, and the windows are cracked or shattered.
Okay, we gotta stop the engines from causing any more damage. Use your power. Use your power, Frederick. We can use it to carry the engines.
And you both make spot hidden rolls.
Can we take every spot hidden? Okay.
Spot hidden.
Spot hidden rolls, please.
Ooh,
All right,
that's
so you
rare.
guys both see this at the same time. The oil for the planes is also kept in here. It's not regular gasoline. It's sort of a kerosene mixture that's to help it resist freezing. One of the big metal containers was struck by an engine and is currently at a angle and is pouring out this oil.
Yeah, we
You
gotta
do
stop
not
those
need to
engines.
you do not need to make an intelligence roll to know that if a flame touches that, it will cause a fire.
Yeah, best thing to do is we're gonna need to stop the engines from causing a spark.
Yep.
The fuel is already leaking. The engines are separated out. We can take away the engines then. How many engines are there?
There are
Just
2 that are loose right now. One is just sort of sliding back and forth. The other one, it has been bouncing around a little bit. Both
all
engines
right.
are definitely damaged, but they're also causing damage.
All right. You go after the rolling one. I'll go after the less rolly one.
Okay.
All
Keep
right.
it. Try to keep it stable so that I can
Norman,
come back and help you.
Norman, make a strength roll. Try to just grab hold of it and keep it from sliding back.
I am spending luck.
All right. Yeah, put a little effort in behind it. You grit your teeth. You grab hold of it. You think you got a good hold on it. It tries to slide a little bit more, but you put as much effort into it as you can, and you hold it in place. You even pull it back a little bit towards the pallets that they had been tied to before their rope snapped.
You just hear me grunt and say maximum effort.
Now, for the other one that is moving around a little bit more, Frederick, you can roll strength. You have to get at least a hard.
I need to get a hard
Success.
success. Okay. There's no
Yep.
way I can make it helpful for myself. Okay. I'll look. Yes. My
Yeah.
must don't lie.
You managed to grab hold of it, and even though it's sort of was in the middle of a roll, you grab hold of it and you pull it down, put it back to the deck, and try to start dragging it. The smell of the kerosene is very strong. You would guess that if you didn't stop the engine, it was without too much more of a weight, it would have started a fire. Just the amount of kerosene is so heavy in there.
All right, it's time to start clean up.
But you're able to get the engines back to where they had been. You're able to secure them with some improvised binding.
All right, now we gotta clean.
These 2 engines are totally useless. That one fuselage is gone. And you can tell now that there are at least 2 wings that are entirely unusable. So you're down 1 plane entirely.
Oh damn.
Okay.
We do have an engineer with us. We are not that skilled, but is that small possibility that they can be repaired, or they seem totally broken?
Well, there were enough for 2 airplanes. There was enough engines and fuel and all that for 2 airplanes. The 2 engines that came loose.
So we're just gonna have to cannibalize the damaged plane and then
Yeah.
keep the other plane in repair.
Most likely, that's what's going to end up happening.
Damn.
There's nothing moving around anymore. You're able to inspect the damage to see that how bad it is.
I kind of mentioned this to Norman. We are at least lucky we only lost one, but were you able to spot anything as if it was intentionally done? I mean, I know we were on a very rough sea patch, but that seems very unlucky for us.
Not really. No.
Norman, the breaks seem totally accidental.
Totally
It
accidental.
was, the break was rough. Looked like it was just a total strain against it. Weight of the engines eventually just broke what was holding them.
Anyway, that being said, we took care of that emergency. We survived.
Yeah. Now let's
That was
see.
rough.
Anything else breaking?
Oh.
No, don't break other things, please.
No more damage, please. No more
Uh,
please.
There's nothing else severe that happened. So
Well, I guess we're gonna have to tell them the bad news. Again. Again. Damn it.
But going to the bridge, we could wait till we are in calmer waters. We don't need to go right now. It's too shaky.
yeah, the storm hasn't let up. It's not going to let up for a while. Let's see. So the storm itself seems to last until the 29th of October, as large icebergs are sighted. There is ice forming on the Gabrielle at this point.
All right. I hope you don't slip. I know you're not exactly dexterous, but now's not the time to be like.
We can just let them know on 30th October. We don't need to let them know right now. It's not like they're going to fly the plane today.
Anyway,
Oh.
anything else? Any more checks?
No, not yet. The next few days, the water is rough. It's much colder. There's a lot more icebergs that you see. You guys can make navigate rolls if you would like.
Ooh, navigate pulse.
Navigation in the
That's not bad, guys.
city.
No, very bad.
Nope.
All right. No. So it's just cold. The seems like the captain is sort of keeping the same heading. But then let's see. I'm looking at my notes. All right. November 3rd. An unexpected storm strikes. It is as close to a hurricane as you can expect.
Oh, that's bad.
Winds of over 70 miles an hour. Huge swells that can easily capsize the Gabrielle if it hits at the wrong angle. And still massive amounts of ice. Group luck roll, please.
Ooh.
All right, use your power, Frederick. Use your power.
I think my luck is keeps going down. So let's see. Let's see. Yes.
All right. So none of the ice manages to strike the Gabrielle as the sea swells push icebergs in the direction. The captain seems to turn the ship a little bit more towards the north to get out of the worst of it. And by the next morning, the storm has abated. It's still cool out, but there's no more immediate danger of icebergs. And as the fog returns on the 5th, the ice pack gets pretty thick, almost to the point where dynamite might need to be used to break a path forward.
Good thing I'm an explosives expert.
All right.
Wait, you are. I thought you were just.
Yes, he is an expert. But something else is going to happen. Let's see. I know I have this written down. Anybody who's on the deck can make a spot hidden roll.
Anybody on a deck?
And a bonus die if you're using binoculars.
No, but
That's at least a hard success.
Yeah. Frederick, do you have binoculars you're using?
I don't have binoculars on me. Is it
Okay.
free binoculars
That's
on
all
the ship?
right. Norman was able to see several crew members see. Frozen in the ice looks to be another ship that you do not recognize.
I'm gonna go over to the captain in Starkweather. Go ship.
The captain already seems to have noticed it, and against Starkweather's protest, is doing his best to get closer to the frozen ship.
I go to
And
Starkweather and I try to reassure him this could actually be a blessing in disguise because we need whatever we can salvage off that ship.
No, did you happen to see the name on that ship? It's just above the water. The
Let me.
Wallaroo. It's been
The,
missing for a long time.
the Wallaroo.
How long?
Oh boy, you're gonna make me pull up those notes too. Let's
Oh,
see. The
meaning
Wallaroo went missing.
Guess we're gonna have to do some investigation to see what happened.
yes, investigation by the two best detectives.
The greatest detectives.
The greatest detective. Yes, my apologies.
Starkweather's just gonna tell you it's been years. Because
10
I don't
years?
have notes to say how long. It's been years.
Okay. No, I just for a while pictured it to be a very, very old ship. That's why I was trying to clarify. My bad.
It's pretty old. You would suspect that it probably doesn't even have the kind of engines that the Gabrielle does. It's
Oh,
more
okay.
likely a sailing vessel than a steam-powered engine.
It still might give us some intel and information or goods that we might be helpful for our journey.
All right, so anybody who wants to go, they're going to lower basically what amounts to longboats And anybody who wants to can go aboard and see what is available, what can be found.
Hi, Captain. I'll go aboard. Hi, Captain.
I volunteer.
All right. So boats are loaded up. Several people are going across.
I wonder if the
This,
photojournalist
it's-
wants to go aboard to take pictures.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's definitely among the people that are going. He has a camera you didn't remember him having before. It's not the camera he had, because that one is still inside your little stateroom.
Yeah, it's the better one.
He has a entirely different camera that he's using. Maybe a little thicker, a little more rugged.
See, he came prepared.
This
Can
is gonna be a headliner for sure. The lost ship Wallaroo recently discovered on Arctic expedition.
and you both make throw rolls.
Throw.
Throw.
Throw it. I 69 to myself.
Wow.
All right, you guys are both taking ropes and trying to basically lasso the longboats to
Wait, how
the
much
Wallaroo.
luck do you have?
Y'all are both.
You can afford to spend 5 luck, can't you, Frederick?
Meaning I can, but it will be costly for me in the future. Why not? Sure. I'll spend 5 luck.
All right.
On my second throw, I make it.
So you manage to reel the rope back in, and you throw it again, and it catches hold. Let's see. That making the rope secure, it makes it a little bit easier to get onto the Wallaroo. I still both need you to make either a climb roll or a hard dexterity roll. It would be your choice.
Climb's probably
Climb,
going to be
obviously.
the better one.
I'm never touching dexterity again.
All right. Oh, you avoid slipping on an entirely ice covered deck. Let's see. Oh, not that one.
Baby, ice,
All right.
baby.
Let's the computer close them. All right, so on the Wallaroo, let's see. You climb aboard. Most of the rooms are either towards the aft or the forward part of the ship. Which way would you like to go first? Go either way. Front or back?
Well, we should always start from the front, I suppose.
Okay. So
Probably
you go
head to the
looking in.
captain's quarters.
Yep, you start walking through through the rooms in the front of the ship. There are rooms up here. None of the residential quarters, so not the captain's quarters, none of the crew quarters. There's like the radio room, which it did have a radio, but it seems like was never in the best condition. It wasn't a great radio to begin with. There's some old photography equipment. There's some food storage and stairs that lead down into the cargo bays below deck. Oh, and all the human bodies that are frozen in mid flights of terror which are going to force sanity rolls from both of you.
Oh.
As you
Probably
look
the
upon-
photographer too.
Oh yeah, everybody's going
Zoink.
to make a sanity roll. Everybody is there is going to make a sanity roll.
69 success. I,
Yeah. I'll take 2 points so that I can also make it 69.
You can't. No, there's no spending points this way. Oh, he passed too. So
Man, our photographer is the best.
he's the
he's
greatest
like,
photographer.
this is nothing. These are just dead people. I've seen worse. I'm from Australia. Everything can kill you in Australia.
He says for now.
All right. So in the first cargo hold is full of blood and massive spears and saws. The room smells terrible. It smells of rot. And there are the remains of several dead whales. You managed to hold it together.
Is there anything salvageable from it? Maybe we can get some blubber nuggets. They're chewy. They're chewy.
There is nothing that can be salvaged from this room. Any of the oil and blubber has long since gone bad. Lids are frozen. Just overall age has gotten to them. I mean,
at least the spears or the harpoons could be useful, though.
yeah, you could. I would say that you can take them if you want to.
You
But
want to
they
use
they
a
would
harpoon,
require-
Frederick?
It would
What?
require probably at least 2 people to use. They're awfully big.
Meaning, considering if we are ever fighting another lab coat wearing lizard man, yes, harpoon would be nice.
Aren't you a build 2?
I think I'm built 1 only. The character sheet only generated.
I'm also a build 1.
All right. From this main cargo room, you can see 2 more doors leading off. One to the right side, one to the left side of the room. Which way do you want to go? Right or left?
Let's go to the right.
All right, to the right. You open the little door to this one. There are some boxes and barrels of supplies. The labels on them have long since separated from the canisters. If they were food at one point, they've gone beyond the point of even being salvageable.
I guess go check the other door then.
Oh no, hold on. I'm not done yet.
Sorry.
There
Don't think
is
about
in
you.
this room. You look around and stuff. You see you see all these empty or expired cans of food, and then you see what looks like a locked strong box bolted into the against the bulkhead. The lock can be broken off if you so wish to.
All right, let's use our combined strength. Use it. Use the power,
if-
Frederick. Use the power. We got the
If it's so
crowbar.
cold, yeah, if it's so cold, can a crowbar and a good angle would be enough to just pop it off, if I assume.
Yeah.
You got the crowbar and help. That's just double bonus.
That is also true. I mean, what do I roll though?
Strength.
Strength.
And bonus die, please.
Strength and bonus. I got it.
You still succeeded. You can roll a bonus die, see if both were a success, but no matter what, the lock breaks under your effort, and you're able to open it. Inside are 12 bottles of whiskey, all sealed, all perfectly fine,
We got
and
the hooch.
a book
Jackpot!
wrapped in cloth, and that is bound in human flesh.
I'm gonna take that book and put it away.
Okay.
I'll read it later.
All right. I'll at least tell you the title of the book is The Book of Dizian.
Oh
And
boy, I found a grimoire. I found a grimoire.
Wow.
I'm just gonna put it right there so you can see what it's called.
It's the Book of Dizian.
Where did I put them? Where did I put them? God, I have so many PCs.
I have been looking for books like this. Forbidden knowledge.
All right. Let's say I'm gonna put this in your character so you can at least see it, the handout for it.
Book of this.
I'm not just gonna read the book. I'm gonna read it
No,
thorough.
Okay.
Read it all. Read it all. Read it all.
All right.
By the way, did our photographer take a picture of the book or something, or did we hide it before that?
Oh, he is right there. He's walking along near you guys, taking pictures. Really taking pictures of those whale carcasses.
No, I
I
just wanted to be
say
sure if you took a
to
photo of the grimoire or not.
I say to the photographer, "Hey, take a picture of me. We got the hooch. 12 bottles. 12 bottles."
Comes on and goes, "Oh, that looks like some good stuff." He picks up a bottle, looks at it. Ah,
It's 10 years aged in a locked box.
that's nothing wrong with that. And it was locked up. That's even greater.
I'm just gonna whistle to the people on the ship and whatnot and say, "Whiskey on the house tonight, boys. Whiskey."
You hear cheering. And the other room is more storage supplies, some more expired cans of food. No lockbox. So it's pretty. Otherwise, it's identical.
I was just curious about the people who are frozen to death in states of fear. Yeah, was it that they got frozen because of the ship getting stuck, or something scared them enough that they got frozen and the cold just froze them over later?
Well, several of the. I mean, obviously, the ship got frozen, got stuck in water that froze,
Yes.
and the whole Wallaroo got encased in ice. Some of the people that died looks like they were running and froze in mid-run, mid-stride.
Okay.
Running from
Got it.
what
So
exactly?
they died. Oh, they were alive when they were frozen.
I am
What
curious about
was
one
that?
thing. What's the label on the whiskey?
I don't know. Honestly, it did not go into that kind of detail. It just says
Oh,
12 bottles of rye whiskey.
oh my god, I got an even better idea for that. You wanna
It
you wanna
says,
hear a joke? I look
go
at the
ahead.
bottle and I say, Gilman Rye Whiskey, made in Innsmouth. It says it's triple distilled.
Makes a reason why it was inside a locked box.
You know, when you feel your mind teetering on the edge of lunacy, you have to reach for the one thing that helps.
All right. So you head out of the cargo holds and away from the few rooms that are up there on the forward part of the deck. You head towards the quarters.
Look at my talents real quick. Yeah, I have the quick study feature. So I'm gonna blow through that book like it's nothing. I'm gonna blow.
What is it? The talent allow you to do?
The talent specifically says takes half the time to read tomes and grimoires and studying the mythos.
Okay. Oh yeah, it'll be a pretty quick read for you then. It's not the thickest book, but it'll still be pretty easy for you to get through.
Gonna just blow through it, cram all that knowledge in my skull.
All right, so you come to the crew quarters. They're relatively small, just 8 feet by 8 feet or so. Each full filled with bunks. There are no people there, no bodies. Most of the linens are shredded and torn. The the personal lockers in each room, pretty mundane items in them. You got dice, playing cards, uh, pictures of family members, tobacco, and razors, sort of stuff. Along the walls of each room is netting that is long discolored with age. The last room is the captain's quarters, which is a little bit larger. Um, Inside of it is a large bed. There's an ornate writing desk and a steamer trunk. The trunk is locked and bound with iron banding.
Sounds like the Crowbar brothers are able to handle this.
I'm curious, does it have like 24 bottles or something that it has to have been chained by iron? I'll try to break it again.
The power of the crowbar might.
Crowbar.
Okay. Yeah. And with a bonus die for using the crowbar.
Bonus die also. My bad.
Even a better success.
Yay.
So you managed to break it open. Let's see. Does it actually even say what's inside? Um, 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 um. There is inside of the steamer trunk is clothes, some linens for the bed. As you dig around and you find an iron key that matches the lock that was in the cargo hold that you broke.
Just toss the key aside.
And a leather pouch that contains several gold coins that you do not recognize. But each are stamped with odd-looking sea creatures.
How many would several be?
I am saying there are 7 coins.
7 coins. The 7 coins of glory and I'll take 3 for me, give 2 to the 2 to Frederick and 2 to the cameraman.
Ooh,
Okay. And you find when more looking around, you see that there's a false bottom to the trunk.
Oh,
I'm gonna open the false bottom.
All right. Inside is what looks like a large leather-bound book. It is a captain's log.
I will read the captain's log then.
Most of it is just simple things like headings, notes on supplies, names of crew members. Near the end of the logbook, one of the few pages towards the end, it just talks. There's mention of a storm. Several crew members died. The Wallaroo crashed on the ice, and several survivors went to try to free the Wallaroo, but when they returned, there was something wrong with them. There is the final entry is a handout, which I'm going to show to all of you. To everybody.
ooh, interesting.
All right. So March 12th. It is over. My hand is wholly useless now. Lost to the gangrene, and the red lines of infection have spread past the tourniquet and up my arm. There is nothing to be done. My own stench disgusts me.
Hours passed on in the night. I am no Shackleton, no Mawson, to face the odds and overcome them. I am merely an old tired soul who has lost the gamble and will die alone upon the ice. The horrible endless ice. It is beautiful but heartless. In these past few days I have come to hate its cruelty. It cries and whispers and moans to me in the still air, grinding hopes and prayers away in mindless hostile fury. I pray the others got away. There is nothing for anyone here, even the whales are long gone. Should anyone ever find this log, let me praise once again the excellence and skill of my officers and crew. Their loyalty and stout hearts are without peer. I wish them well and pray they are now safely homeward bound. I give my love to Nancy and the boys. May they find happiness in the years to come. I only regret I cannot hold them to me one last time. God forgive me for what I'm about to do. Stephen Wilford, Captain, SS Wallaroo.
But th- this is odd. If 12th March he died, that means they were captainless since then on.
I'm gonna keep that letter saved in case I can find this supposed Nancy and let them know what happened.
All right. All right. When you go back out on the deck of the ship, you can both make spot hidden rolls.
Spotted in. Nope.
Nothing.
All right. So you get off, climb off the Wallaroo, get back into the longboats, make your way back to the Gabrielle. And that's where I'm going to end today's session.
Can we make skill improvement checks?
Um, Yeah, you can of course make skill improvement rolls. Y'all are in
Yay.
safe places, so yeah.
Yay. Aw. Aw.
Oh my god, a 1. How much do I increase? I forgot. 1d4?
You roll a
Uh,
d10, I believe.
D10.
Yeah, I believe it's a D10 because this is pulp. All right, Frederick.
And that's about it. Unless I want to improve my photography or read out of the grimoire. Which I'm going to read all the way through that grimoire. And maybe even show it to Frederick.
Meaning, not that smart, but sure. I'll try to read it.
It's at least English. Hopefully.
Oh, thank God.
I also have ticks in German. Anyway, that being said,
Yep.
the book of who knows, I might get some
Considering
spells
how
out of it.
considering how small the book is, probably next session you're gonna have read through, at least in a fast read through it.
How long would it take to do a full read?
Approximately 7 weeks.
I can do that. What would I have to roll for the brief read through?
The brief read through, all you need to do is roll your English, so own language. All right. So take 1d6 sanity damage.
Oof, a success.
Only 2.
All right. You can raise your Cthulhu Mythos by 3. All right. And
I mean, we should show this to our photographer because he's the one who will survive the sanity.
Roll a
I
1d4.
think he 1d4
Yes.
and roll d4. 2.
All right. You are going to actually, reading this quickly, you do learn a spell, and you are convinced that there are more spells that you can learn,
Ooh.
but this is the spell that you learned.
Summon
First.
Bind Baki. I can control monsters now. I can control monsters.
That's nice.
But yeah, that's it for the day. That's you got and explored the Wallaroo. Next stop, Antarctica.